Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend. It is Friday. You have made it to the end of the week so you can enjoy a great weekend. And welcome to another episode of A Blind Guy,
His Wife,
and Their Life Live, where we change the narrative of normal, or what it means to be normal, by shifting the focus from being disabled to being differently able, as we introduce you to fascinating people in this half an hour for a journey that are part of our lives.
Well, Corey, I kind of jumped the gun a little bit today because I'm so excited about our Word on the Street guest today. I know you normally give the topics, but just so that you know, we have a fun guest today with Word on the Street. So I'll let you go ahead and talk about today's topics, Corey. Of course, I'll be reading the comments to you because you can't see. You are blind. You've been blind since you were 19 years old. No, he is not 19 anymore, no matter what he says.
I am still 19 at heart, at least.
Yeah.
And again, we do have a fabulous lineup today. We join us every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. And again, join us on this journey and you come and step inside our world with these fantastic people. As we share with you every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, a word on the street. We can limber up your lingo to find out new words and vocabulary terms. You can also meet very special and interesting people that we've met along our journey in life. And you'll also discover some great plant-based treat recipes by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Absolutely. And today's plant-based treat is so super simple. But Corey, let's jump right into it because people are out here greeting you, saying good morning, saying hello. So, you know, we have Akwaba, which means welcome in the Ghanaian language of Twi. Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life. Those are some of our Watoto. That's a Swahili word that means children. So our Watoto are saying welcome or good morning. Shine Bright is in the house.
Shine bright, shine bright. You warmed it up a little bit yesterday. Can we keep that trend going?
Well, she says grand rising, everyone. And it is a little bit warmer, but it's not as bright as it was yesterday, but it's a clear day, a beautiful day to be here. So welcome everyone. And we've also got Sid the Cool Kid Antoine, one of my favorites, Sydney.
Sid the Cool Kid joining us today.
Yes, Sydney says good morning everyone. And Fan Brit says good morning, fam.
And Britt is probably on her 82nd cup of coffee this morning.
Yeah, Shonda Brooks also says, hey, fam.
All right, Shonda, good to have you.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of fun people here excited for today's show. So, you know, Corey, I don't know about you, but I am anticipating the weekend. We're participating in Vlogmas. So you guys, Vlogmas is where you vlog every day of December leading up to Christmas. Well, we celebrate Kwanzaa. We celebrate Christmas because our children have traditionally celebrated Christmas. My mom won't let us do anything else. So even if we don't celebrate, hey, we got grandma, which means we are doing it all. But for us, Kwanzaa is year round. And we have our, oh, wait a second. Hold up, Corey. I was just going to talk about, you know, how we have our upcoming show and all the fun. And we're going to be vlogging and they can catch those right here on this channel. But Fan Brit is making confessions. She is on her 86th cup of coffee. So that means, you know, people are ready for the weekend. They are getting ready. So let's just jump right in. They don't want to hear any more about Vlogmas because all they have to do is click on the channel and they'll see all of those episodes. They can comment and learn about what we're doing to celebrate this season.
So we're going to jump right into today's episode, starting with a very special guest. His name is Sydney, and Sydney is going to bring us today's Word on the Street.
Wow, he had some really great introduction music. Hi, Sydney.
Hey.
All right, Sydney. So I want you to tell us the word on the
Yetunde Kwanzaa, the harvest of the fruit.
Yetunde Kwanzaa, the harvest of the fruits, the first fruits of the harvest.
Nice. He's got a really good handle on all of those big words. That's from the Swahili language, Yetunde Kwanzaa. So Sydney, I'm going to make sure your screen is big so you can tell us what you have on your screen, like right there in front of you. What's on the plate? Tell us.
What's on the plate, Sid?
Mango and lemon and orange juice. And the orange and potatoes.
Wow. So you have everything there, it looks like. Well, Sydney, everybody is really excited about your Matunda ya Kwanzaa or your first fruits of the harvest. You know, it's great to eat fresh foods all the time. And Shine Bright is saying, hey, Sydney. And yeah, so everybody's excited. Hey, Watching the Hawks, we got Watching the Hawks in the house. Watching the Hawks says, good day. Thank you. Good, great to have you here. Fam Britt is saying, hey, Sid. So everybody's saying hi to you, Sydney. And we have Coco and Bunny and Christiana saying, oh, Sydney, you are so cute. But Miss Fan Britt says, way to go, Sydney. And Sonia with the Y says, happy Friday, everyone. Well, actually, she's a singer, so she would probably do that a little more harmoniously. So Shauna Brooke says, say that again, Sydney.
Us. Thank you.
You are welcome, Sydney. Shonda Brooks says, hey, Sydney, too cute. So we're going to wave goodbye. Thank you so much, Sydney.
Bye, Sydney.
Awesome, awesome. Aquaba. Look at David Hunt speaking Tweet.
Go ahead, David Hunt. You got to sing it, though, man. You got to sing it, make an Aquaba song. Sing it, play the piano, one of those other instruments you're great at.
He probably is singing it. You know, he's got that Brian McKnight vibe going where he can modulate, he can play while he sings and all of that good stuff. And he works the tech. So that's the cool thing about David Hunt. I realized that he has a tech channel where he's teaching us tech about, well, you know, what he uses when he's producing. But anyways, we've got people still talking about Sid, the cool kid, saying so adorable. Guys, you can also do the word on the street. All you have to do is let us know in the chat, contact us. We can get you on, you or your child, because we've had adults come on to present the word on the street, and then they also present whatever they're doing. Maybe they have their products, their businesses. So we are open for the opportunity.
So speaking of adults doing word on the street, you guys first met our special guest earlier this week when she presented the word on the street, which was drip. And drip meaning that you're dressed stylishly and fashionably, and everybody.
Oh, I forgot that was the word.
You look nice. You're stepping out. Well, we used to say sharp, fly, fresh, all those old school terms. Put together.
Put together, like, you know, you're all put together. Okay, fine. I guess not. That's not.
Yeah, I know that one.
You never heard that?
Oh no, but my grandmother used to say, "Putting on the dog." Now I never
putting on the dog.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean you putting on the dog? She said, yeah, you went into your closet, put on everything you had, even the dog. And I'm like,
okay, we'll ask our guest today because she's got teenagers and she's older, not old, just older.
She's old.
So we'll find out from her if she's heard this. Put together or putting on a dog, you know, those words on the street.
Not a dog, the dog.
Oh, putting on the dog.
The dog. Yeah.
Well, who is our guest? Tell us.
Our special guest today is a very special friend of ours, and she's worked with us on our annual Kwanzaa Stage Play Productions many times in the past. Now, I told some of you guys that one of our Kwanzaas, the clan, made an appearance. Ooh. And this is the person that's responsible for it.
Yeah.
She's also
talented.
She's very talented. She's a designer, and we're going to explain that because I say that kind of tongue-in-cheek, joking with you. We're going to bring her on to explain and to introduce to you Miss Yetunde.
We need some intro music. Hey.
Where's my theme song, Corey? Where my theme song?
Wait.
There we go. Okay, now everything.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm great. Thank you. Yeah. I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for having me on. I hope y'all can see me okay.
Yeah, we can see you just. Yeah, no, we can see you just fine. I know you're in your studio, you're in your element where you've got all of your designs and different things around you. So we are interested in hearing about this because Corey and I know you very well. You are Nigerian and you came to the States and you've been an artist even before you came. You know, I know you started as a child. And so let us know exactly, you know, what you've been up to, what you do right now, because you are just amazing. And just so you know, we've got people saying, hey, Aunt Yetunde.
Good to be here. Oh, I love the little emojis with the Nigerian flag. Hey, represent.
Yes, they got it going on.
Yeah. So yeah, my background, like I said, I've always been creative. Growing up in Nigeria, that was just part of what you did. You know, you learn from a young age how to do things. I don't know how it is now because life changes everywhere. But you know, as a kid, I learned how to sew and crochet and knit and all this stuff when I was little. Also cooking. One of my favorite memories is around like anytime we had a big event, we always had to cook all this food, and we had an indoor kitchen as well as an outdoor kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And so us little ones would like take the little bits and pieces of what was left over from whatever the adults were making, and we would go outside in the back and make our own little fire and make our own little version of it was really fun, you know. So, you know, just creativity was just woven through, you know.
So let me ask you this. You're saying, and I'm saying this for clarity because for the people watching, you know, some folks know you, like Shauna Brooks says, hey, you doing looking good, girl. You know, so so some folks know you, and then like I know you to know well enough to know that when the first time that you told me that story, I asked, I said, so were you guys like outside with a real fire? Because in the States, we just grew up making mud pies. Like you couldn't play with fire or play with real food, so to speak. But you explained to me like, no, we were doing it. Like we did our thing out there.
Yeah, we had a real fire going and everything. Because you know, back there, like outdoor cooking was big. We had like
It still is, yeah.
Yeah, we had the indoor kitchen, but we also had the outdoor kitchen.
Mm.
So, you know, being that we knew how that worked, the little kids, we would go outside, make our own little small fire and use like the cans, you know, tomato cans and all that, and use that as our pot. And
Right.
yeah, we would just, you know, make our own little mini version. You know, it was fun. You know, we were free range. We were out there playing. So yeah, it was great.
So I know that nowadays outdoor kitchens are still a thing, you know, across the continent, around the world. I think in the States, it's one of the few places we don't have outdoor kitchens as commonly.
They just call them barbecue pits.
That's what I was going to say. And we actually do, but they call it something different and they make it seem like, you know, it's different. You were going to ask something, Corey.
Yeah, I was going to say, and, you know, we've tasted a lot of Yetunde's cooking.
She's the inspiration for the plant-based treats, actually.
Yeah, she actually has made a lot of great dishes, and she first introduced us to a roasted vegetable sandwich.
Roasted vegetable sandwiches, fried tofu sandwiches, making things like realizing like, oh, I think you were the first person I saw to make a pizza. I've been making pizzas ever since. Like the crust, the sauce, top it however you want to top it, you know what I mean? And Fan Britt says, only outdoor cooking I did was mud pies. See? And you know, and meanwhile, Fan Britt probably has a backyard barbecue. She probably still has an outdoor kitchen. And so Shine Bright says, Fan Britt, exactly. Mud, dirt, rain, water, and sticks. That's what remember those?
Yeah, you couldn't eat it though.
Nah, you couldn't eat that. So just so you know, Corey, Supernova's in the house.
Supernova, what's going on?
She says, hey to my favorite family and welcome guests. She's welcoming everybody. Synovia is so sweet.
Now, Yetunde, you said your creative inspiration came from your childhood in Nigeria, and it continued when you came over to the United States. I remember you sharing a memory of when you designed your own Monopoly board.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like you.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, when we first moved to the States, we didn't have a lot of money. So we had a neighbor that had a Monopoly game, and we would borrow it, you know, and play. And then after a while, we're like, hey, instead of borrowing theirs, let's make our own.
Just make your own.
Yeah, so we made a board. It was really fun. We, put in all the different pieces. We made the money out of like paper, and we actually played it.
Right.
Not all about that. Yeah, I've told y'all a lot of stories.
Yeah.
Well, we are storytellers, so of course we are going to, we're going to remember those stories because, hey, they're important. And speaking of stories, we do want to ask you because, Shine Bright says, love the creativity. I know that you have created some brilliant children that are now teenagers and they know all the slang words. So we're going to ask you this because I want to make sure I pull up on the screen some drip that you have created because you have your own store. We can shop there and all of this kind of stuff. But when we say, let's say I was to put on this Fela Kuti hoodie. I'm about to mess it up.
Fela Hootie Cootie.
Yeah.
The Fela Hootie Cootie.
Well, this ties back to what Corey was saying. You said I made the clan appear in his production.
Yes.
I guess this was in preparation for me making a hoodie someday.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's explain that first because the question was, I asked Yetunde what's the craziest thing she ever had to design, and we always laugh when we bring this up. But we did a play for Kwanzaa in 2002 and 2004 called Roots of the Withered Tree. And it basically chronicled how a journey, it was like a Kwanzaa version of A Christmas Carol, where two African-American students went to discover their identity through the spirits of Nat Turner and other historical figures.
We needed a Klansman
to be in the show. So I said, Yetunde, make us a Klan robe. And she made the perfect Klan robe. And it's so ironic, a Nigerian making a Klan robe, and it worked out.
Yeah, because we needed a hood. So this particular hoodie right here, that's some of the drip, some of the fashion, some of the style. It's not a Klan robe. Right, some of the style that you created, but you also created everything on this site, right?
Yes. What I do, the way I design is called block printing, where I actually hand stamp and hand print everything on there. So for instance, the Fela Kuti hoodie,
yes,
is printed using this stamp that I carved. So the way that works,
I'm gonna go over to your Instagram because I think we'll be able to see it as you tell us. Okay, so go ahead and explain it, and then just so you know, our kids are like, yes, they are waiting for that Fela Kuti hoodie because we ordered one for them. So go ahead and explain the block printing process, and that way we will, we'll see what we can do with this. Can you turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see what we can do with this. I'm sorry about the background noise.
When you're a blind person, everything you have talks,
including
your phone.
That's
so
Corey's talking.
My phone was talking to me and telling me somebody was trying to call me, and I was trying to shut it up, but it wouldn't.
So we're like, oh well.
I think it might be related to someone. It just keeps talking.
Shade.
There's a slang word.
Oh, shade. Okay, so here's a video right here.
Yes, exactly.
Go ahead.
So I carved the design using my very sharp tools that you can see on my Instagram and I'm holding up here. So I carve it onto a rubber block, and once it's all carved, then I ink it up and I stamp it onto fabric.
So when you say ink it up, I'm going to go, I think you have a video showing you this one here, perhaps?
Yes.
You adding the ink and then applying this to, like you're saying, ink it up and stamp it. So go ahead, because, we saw something like this on a large scale at a university last year, and we didn't realize that, well, we knew that this was what you did, and we were thinking like, they could have just gotten Yetunde to go there because this is what she does. The university students need her. And it was the same exact process. And you actually teach this as well. So
Yeah.
I know you've done lots of workshops, lots of classes, and this is just amazing. Tell us more.
Yeah, so like I said, I carved the design, just whatever appeals to me. And then I ink it up just like you see. It's a special type of ink. It's textile printing ink. And so once I finish printing, then I can heat set the design. So usually, using some sort of heat press to
Right.
set the ink so that it's washable on
Mhm.
when it's done. So my design inspiration, of course, comes from being Nigerian. Also, I love color because as Nigerians, especially a Yoruba woman, we love color. If you ever been to an event with Nigerians, you're gonna see a lot of beautiful colors and
Mhm.
combined colors like nobody else I know.
So what we see on the screen, Zenobia is like, this is so nice.
Thank you.
This on the screen, this is something that you printed. Like these colors and this combination, this is your handiwork.
Yes. So sometimes I'll start with the stamp and then I will turn that stamp design into a digital version and have it printed. So
Ah.
yeah, to print something like this, it can be done by hand, but it's not really the best way to do it.
Mhm.
So I put it on computer and I manipulate it and arrange it until I have a repeating pattern. It's called
Right.
design. So sometimes most of the time I directly hand print my designs, but
Mhm.
sometimes if I want to do a fabric that's a larger scale, I will have it printed for me.
Right.
It always comes from my original design. So yeah, that fabric that you showed, that's one of my favorite ones. It's a very popular
Mhm.
print. So yes, that's you know,
Now these are very popular, and these can be purchased in the shop. So I'm going to hop back over to the shop so that you can tell us about these plant pots. But before we do, have you ever heard the term "put together"? Like somebody is doing it, or putting on the dog. Either one of those.
well, I've heard of put together, like when they'll be like, oh, he's put together nicely, or means
Yeah.
so that I
People-
but putting on the dog, I don't know about that one. I'm like, first of all, why is the dog in your closet? That's
I have no idea. Actually,
what is
that's
that
one of those, that's some of that country grammar that just comes out, and people don't really have a good explanation for it. But in the country world, it works out. You understand what it means,
Right.
So I never understood the term "going to town." He was going to town,
right?
Going to town.
and now I remember that they said, "Well, going to town was a big event when you were in the country, so that means you were doing something important, or doing it big." But
Well,
with your printing, sometimes a lot of times people can end up with like a one of a kind type situation, right?
yeah, because right now everybody is just inspired. David Hunt is saying so awesome, so inspiring. Shonda Brooks is saying beautiful, so talented, and Sid the Cool Kid Antoine says that is beautiful with all of the exclamation points there. So like, yeah, they love it. David Hunt is saying, I love that Yetunde and you guys are using what you have to make the world a better place. Well, thank you, David. We
Thank you,
appreciate
David.
that. Even the
Ooh.
Nah, stop that, Luther. Stop that, Luther. That's not. David, give him a thumb sideways, up, down, whatever you feel like that deserves. And Shine Bright is just amazed. She says, wow, raw talent, such beautiful pieces. So tell us about the pot plant covers. I don't think I'm saying it right because it's like a.
I mix up the names myself. It's my fabric plant pot covers are
Okay.
they are little pops of fabric that you can use to decorate your plant pot. So say you got a plant from the plant store and it comes in a little generic pot, you can use this to um, store it. So that way it's just a little entry point of decor. So
Ah,
if someone wants some color but they might be afraid of putting too much color, it's just a little way to introduce some color. It's also a
right.
way to just switch it out. So even if you do have a nice plant pot and you just want a different look, so that's that's a way you can do that, so these are very popular. A lot of people just really love these. You can, even if you don't store your plant pot in there, it's good for storage. It's just like a little storage bucket. Yeah, so you can put other things in there. I use them to like store, I don't know, pens, pencils, makeup, whatever, so it's good for a lot of different things, but it's primarily sold as a fabric plant pot cover, but it can be used for a lot of different things.
Right. I see that. So these are cool because they're really popular, and I've seen them in other places, on your Instagram, on your website, just in other people's shops. I know we've discussed that as well. So this is really cool because, just so you know, David Hunt, Corey says, Luther is alive in Corey. Love it.
Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Just for that.
No, he didn't say repeat. We've got some we've got some hands clapping. Everybody's excited about these things. And we can find you on Instagram at yetunde.com or www.yetunde.com. Is that right?
Yes, that's all the social medias, Yetunde. And
Yetunde.
Yes, it's the phonetic spelling of my first name. Once people see it like that, they're like, oh, they never forget how to say my name after that. So
right, because your name has a meaning. It means mother has returned, but people hear it and they're just like, what? Huh? And they don't know that, like, Nigerian words, African names in general, they have meanings to them versus, if your name is, Kelly. I don't know what Kelly means, but we know that Yetunde means mother has returned, and the phonetic spelling helps us to find you online, to find all the wonderful things. Well, I don't know if you realize that we need help, okay? Because we have a Kwanzaa show coming up, and
we need another clan road.
I will never live that down with Corey.
I know, right? So we have a Kwanzaa show coming up. People can partner with us. They can become a patron of Atimpan, our parent organization that we founded, or they can always cash out Blind Guy, his wife. Who keeps calling you?
I don't know.
Do they say the number? Because when Corey's phone talks, like, it says the number. So what he'll try to do is hear that number so that he knows, like, what's happening or whatever. And so, long story short,
I can't answer the phone to let the person know that that we're having a wonderful conversation with Yetunde on Blind Guy, his wife, their life live, so that I can call them back.
It's probably scam likely. What do you think? You want to go over there and answer it?
No, I don't want to go leave the broadcast. I can't leave Yetunde. No.
Okay.
I can't do that.
So anyway, so what I was going to say is that we have this show coming up, and we have, all of the green screen stuff happening. So I'll show you a little bit of that because people are donating. They are helping us out, but they want to also buy your products, and we need a discount code because not everybody can afford this stuff. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what's happening. Let me know if you can hear it. All right, that's all I can give you for right now. Were you able to hear it though?
Yes, we heard it.
Okay, great, you heard it. So if people want to, that right now is like a little bit of the show before we add the green screen, the scene behind us and everything, because of course then it's a completely different show. So we know that, hey, Fan Britt says she just went to the site, Kwanzaa gift ready, yes.
All right.
So if she wants to get another gift, can you please hook us up with a discount code to your shop? We could really.
Yes, I can.
Oh.
I am offering 15% off. I believe that's 15%, right? Yes, by using the code Blind Guy.
Okay, so that's what nobody will forget it. They won't forget Yetunde. They won't forget Blind Guy. And also, guys, make sure you smash that like button or the thumbs up. Don't forget that. Thank you so much for being here, Tyra Manning Jenkins. She is enjoying. Can't wait for the show. We can't wait to have you there. And our Watoto was like, yes, the dancing, yes. That's how you know they were on the stage, huh?
Right.
So, okay, let me find, you're saying that we can basically put in a code when they go to yetunde.com. If they put in the discount code blind guy, that's how they can get their 15% off.
Yep.
So now they can make this holiday season affordable. They can celebrate Kwanzaa. They can celebrate Nigerian culture. They can celebrate Yetunde with the discount code. This is good. And they can see this particular show that will be live streamed right here the day after Christmas, 1 o'clock. We're going to have people coming in from the continent to talk about the different principles. So we have people coming in from Kenya, Nigeria. It's going to be great. Yetunde, we've really enjoyed you today, and today's plant-based treat is coming up. Did you have any parting words for us before you go?
I was going to say, just make sure you visit the site, use the code. It's good between now and the 10th. So you got a little bit more time, but not too much time. You want to get in before I sell out because things are going. But I really enjoyed being here. I enjoyed chatting it up with you as always, and I look forward to doing more with y'all in the future.
Yeah, definitely. We've got Fela Kuti hoodies in the cart, according to Shine Bright. So with that discount code blind guy, then she can get her hookup. You know what I mean? So this is awesome. Thank you. And we'll have to have you back. Please check your calendar.
Thank
What
you.
were you gonna say, Corey?
And as always in partying, it's been a stone gas, honey. And tonight, part of me wish you love, peace, and wait.
All right.
Hang tight backstage if you can, and we'll talk to you after the broadcast. But thanks for coming on.
Yeah. So, Corey, are we going to jump into today's plant-based treat?
Yeah, let's jump into the plant-based treat of the day. Chef LaQuita Marie is always whipping up something fantastic in the kitchen. So it's time for today's plant-based treat.
Easy veggie dip.
All you need is 3 things: yogurt, mustard, a squeeze of yellow mustard. This way we can dip our carrots. So that's like a teaspoonful, about a teaspoonful of mustard. And then we just add a few seasonings. I like this one. However, I think this one does have MSG. So if you don't like MSG, then get something that has some herbs in it and put your own seasoning salt, and that is it, guys. We are done.
You can add less salt and adjust it. Just taste it first. Stir and serve. Eat it with veggies, chips, or a salad.
If you have the plant-based sour cream, then you can definitely use that instead of the yogurt.
I know you see those hot dogs. They're plant-based. We could do a video on them. Just let us know in the comments.
Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us for another episode of A Blind Guy,
His Wife,
Their Life Live. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell to learn when more videos are coming out. And make sure that you share it with friends and family that can find this information entertaining or educational.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had such a great time with you, especially our guest, Sydney, with the word on the street, especially with Yetunde, the Nigerian designer. And people are saying, bye, Aunt Yetunde. And of course, they're also saying, OMG, that veggie dip was so good. Like, I'm not even playing. It was so good. And
No capping.
No capping. My kids don't lie about the food. When they don't give a good review, I just tell them to be quiet. And so thank you, Sonia with the Y. I love your healthy and fun recipes. And they're so easy too. Thanks, fam. Fun times always with you, fam Brit. So we're going to sign out today.
And we normally say deuces, but today we're going to go, ooh, goodbye.
No, we're not.